Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back again for another episode of Bad Batch. Um, yeah, how you guys doing today?
Doing
What's up,
good.
Lobo? Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yes, I'm doing
Yep.
great. I
Yep.
am operational.
Operation.
Did you mention the name of the episode?
I am
I did
functional.
not. You know what it is?
Okay. Bad Territory.
Bad Batch in the Bad Territory. Okay.
Bad Territory. It's got bad in the name, so that's a good sign. Director Nathaniel
Wait,
Villanueva.
Are you
Writer.
saying bad is good?
Yeah,
In,
like
in the
badass.
case, yeah,
You
in
can
this
say
one,
ass. In Disney, that's a Disney authorized bad word. And then Matt Michinovitz
it's like
it was a writer. He was the writer on the previous episode too. So he wrote 2 in a row. Good for him. 2 strong
we're
episodes.
ruined. We're ruined. He used profanity in the first minute.
I know, demonetized.
So, I mean, yeah.
This is the part where I opine for a Star Wars Underworld scum and villainy series or show, as I always do whenever we get a bounty hunter on the show, because it's freaking awesome.
Right?
Mhm.
I mean, it just elevates the show. Like you're immediately interested. You want to know what's going on. And Fennec Shan, she makes everything better.
Right. Yeah. Good old Fennec Shand.
Like, how about a Fennec Shan show? I think you actually mentioned something like that a few episodes ago, maybe last episode.
No, what I was saying is I wanted like a War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So more than just Fennec Shand. I want all of them. You know?
I would support that. I mean, it's kind of sad that they're sitting on a gold mine, and they could blow it because they've blown other things, but like it's not that hard. It's not like you're remastering a Battlefront game, but let's not get into that.
Mhm.
It's terrible.
It's
folks,
not a
don't buy it.
remaster. It's
a cash in.
port. It's a PS1 port.
Yeah.
It feels like.
It's
I have a
really-
tiny grain of hope that they can patch the multiplayer to make it better. The list of fixes in the last patch was pretty extensive, but the servers.
Oh, there's
are
been a
empty
patch already?
Yeah, the first patch got pushed out.
Oh, okay.
They're certifying for Series X and PS5. It got pushed out to Steam yesterday.
To be fair, I heard that Battlefront 1 was actually like that on PlayStation 2 and the original release. Like the hit
All the
detection,
original bugs are there.
all the original bugs, all the really bad hit detections.
Even the
there.
mods are there, that's the other controversy, is that they use mod work
Yep.
for the original ones, which is just mind-boggling.
Is it
Aspire,
though?
what are you doing?
Is
Well,
it though?
What are you doing?
They should use some mods to fix it. What they should do.
Yeah,
find
I don't know if that would
best
help
most-
Xbox, but for PC maybe. There's
If
people
they
who've
make
done
it
that.
if they take someone's mod work and make it a patch,
Mhm.
it's fine.
See, there's always like there's this weird like gray area though that like a mod maker is not allowed to use their mod for like commercial purposes,
Right.
but the game company can take the mod's intellectual property and then use it for their
Yeah, all the guy said was like, just give me credit. It's like,
Yeah.
you guys said that you weren't going to use my stuff, fine, but you ended up
Right.
doing it. So just say like, hey, thanks for helping the community, blah blah blah.
Or just
Don't
yeah,
like
special
straight jack me.
a special thanks shout out in the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, yeah, easily done. So that was kind of the bummer Star Wars news from this week. But we had a highlight because we got a trailer this week. Lobo was just telling me that he has not seen it yet.
Yeah. I have not watched the trailer for the Acolyte.
I mean, I only watched it once, so it's not like super clear in my mind. But I come away with a positive, like, oh, this could be cool. It didn't like immediately bum me out, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Is that the best we can ask for on trailers now?
Is that?
Oh, I didn't immediately enter a state of dread. Hooray!
Yeah, because sometimes
that is a progress. That is progress.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
I wonder if we'll get a second trailer. We probably will at some point, right?
well, it's not coming out to what, June 4th? Is that the release date for it?
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, so yeah, it's more than enough time. Yeah, I don't know. I might watch it today. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like you have to. We got some time, and You know,
I might do
some
a-
people don't avoid all trailers. They like to go in like blind, and I kind of respect that too.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's kind of hard to. I've not watched a lot of other YouTubers because I've been avoiding it. But is that? Oh, and Rogue Squadron is apparently.
Oh yeah, can
being-
you clarify that, because I was out of the loop this week, so I didn't.
So
tell me about that rumor.
So Patty Jenkins came out on I forget who she was talking to, but basically said that once Wonder Woman was canceled by Warner Brothers, Wonder Woman 3, she resumed negotiations with Lucasfilm to write or at least a script treatment for Rogue Squadron. So it's back in the creative process. It's not a go, but she's back working on it.
It's not totally dead.
Yeah, it's not totally dead. It was what did they say it was originally? Was it indefinitely delayed or something like that? So now it's just indefinite. It's I don't know.
Early development.
It's early development now. Yeah.
If you want to be hopeful, that's cool.
Redevelopment is better than just shelved indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a step up on the treadmill.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well,
I'm down for a Rogue Squadron movie. Probably not as interested as if there was like a Scum and Villainy, a Dark Side Underworld of Star Wars movie. I'd be so awesome.
Apparently that's what
I'm gonna say it every
wanted
time.
A long time. George wanted that, and I don't know if that's ever gonna really come to fruition.
Even George knew. Dang it.
It's disappointing.
Flesh out some more crime syndicates. I think that's all.
Huts, smugglers, bounty hunters, just straight up bad guys, doing their thing and getting. It's like the good, bad, and the ugly, but in Star Wars. Come on, give it to us. That'd be so awesome. Right. Shoot out to the OK Corral.
Mm-hmm.
The Hut Homeworld or something. I don't know. Anyways, there was a Bad Batch episode. It gave us a taste of that kind of world.
Yes, there was.
Yeah. Well,
Fennec Shan, it rocks, dude. Voiced by what's her name?
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah.
Great voice. She's a great voice actress too.
Yeah.
Like her
character
transcends. She transcends from the live action to the animated like seamlessly.
Yeah.
In the timeline, this is way before she becomes a cyborg, right?
Yeah, that doesn't happen until the Book of Boba Fett,
which is like after Jedi, a year after Jedi or something.
Which is after season 1 of The Mandalorian.
She's still an organic at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of some of our hi Kate. Just for the sake of some of our viewers who may not be clear on the timeline, because to be honest, it is confusing sometimes even for diehard fans. Depending on what era it is.
Diehard fans are never confused.
I always hear like the story about like when people were watching Rogue One because it came out after The Force Awakens. People were asking like, "Where's Rey? Where's Rey?" And it's like, whoa.
Who was asking that? 6-year-olds?
No, like adults.
I had no.
They're casual fans. They're casual fans.
Seeing Princess Leia at the end of that movie should have clarified when it took place right away.
Or confuse the hell out of them all of a sudden, like, oh, what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, she's young. What's going on?
Yeah. They obviously,
I don't know what your
I don't want to sound elitist, but people that don't understand that kind of timeline just go, they don't need to be here. They don't need to be watching Star Wars.
I'm thankful for every casual viewer that may stumble upon our show, so maybe that'll help.
Well, I don't like
somebody someday.
My deal is I don't like it when movie companies cater to the casual and disregard the hardcore.
Yeah, disregarding the hardcore, I understand, but catering to the casual, that's how you build a franchise. You can't just like
Yeah.
say goodbye, because it'll just be like you and me, and eventually we're all gonna die. We're getting old, and we're gonna be gone, and they'll have no more fans. So they got to start somewhere. Maybe not at the baby show. That's baby Star Wars show. I'm not into that, but
haven't
I
watched
think the Acolyte is based on this. What do they call it? High Republic era.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
the High
that's their
Republic
attempt
era
to
books.
grow a future generation of Star Wars fans. Jury's out. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but they're trying something. I would have liked
Yeah.
Old Republic, and we're gonna get something like that. We're gonna get like original Jedi movie in a couple years or something, like first generation Jedi.
Yeah, the guy that made the Indiana Jones movie is working on that.
Yeah. So I'm interested in that. I want to see like how the lore started, and maybe that'll connect to Ahsoka season 2 because they're doing all that stuff. I don't know.
I'd if they're gonna do an old timey movie, I'd like to see a movie about what do you call it? The guy who created the dark saber.
Yeah. You mean
is it
he's a
Tar
Mandalorian.
Vizsla?
Mhm.
To Tar Vizsla?
Another
Yeah.
great idea. I need you to just get on the board of trustees over there at Disney and talk to the Lucasfilm story group and like, guys, what are you doing? Like, you literally have the easiest. This should be a slam dunk. This should be an easy layup, and you're kicking the ball into the stands for some reason. But let's not beat up on Mickey Mouse so hard right now. Let's get back to the episode. This is one of the better episodes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like good tight writing. I didn't feel like it was overly long.
No, and what like one of the things that they did really good, I think, in this episode was like balance the story, the two simultaneous storylines that are going on.
Yeah,
the
with
stuff with the Crosshair and Wrecker and Hunter, like that balanced out pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't. What's her name? Didn't mention on Pabu. She didn't mention Tech other than like he was the smart one, but it wasn't like I miss him. I didn't get it. That was kind of just in passing. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean,
she did. She did say that.
Do you have it queued up there so we can?
I do. I do have it.
So it starts on Pabu from my recollection, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what was that conversation about Rex getting attacked, losing a bunch of men? Was that mentioned to the previous episode, or did something happen in between?
I think that was the previous episode they're referring to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those guys that got blasted by the hunters, the X1 clones. Okay. Or the X clones.
Right.
Clone X. Sounds like a cleaner.
I think there I was watching I think it was Star Wars Meg. She was referring to them as CX1 and CX2.
Okay.
So but
to keep them apart.
Clone CX Trooper, Clone X, We don't see any of those guys in this episode, so
yeah, people are speculating it's a clone of Tech and this clone of that. I mean, they're all clones, so
people are saying that might be clones of Crosshair. Maybe his damage to his hand was
close of Crosshair.
But we do find out. I don't know. Maybe we'll do today's episode a little different, not be in the episode that much, and just kind of talk about it.
I'll try to go for much.
There's when Hunter and Wrecker decide to go off to get their information based on what Fee tells them. Hunter tells Omega to convince Crosshair to do something about his hand. So
finally,
so Crosshair, I think it's like the second scene we see back at with Omega and Crosshair. I have the episode running in the background right now.
It just helps to remind us of certain things.
We got some Fee.
Yeah, she doesn't mention
hologram Fee.
I wanted her to cry, break down her Tech.
Right? Maybe they wrote it out and it was just too depressing.
Maybe.
But
I just thought we would get some mention, and maybe we will.
Right.
She was all business because she is a
No,
business lady.
you know, now that I'm watching this running in the background, I'm like totally derailed from my previous thought.
The CX clones.
No, it wasn't CX clones. It was Crosshair getting his hand
Crosshairs.
Crosshair getting his hand looked at. But I'll get back to that because once Fee they talked to Fee about the bounty hunters going after people with or targets with an M count. And Fee doesn't know what that means either, which I don't know. You'd think some people would know some stuff about Jedi, but I guess not.
That was kind of a closely guarded secret. I'm surprised Rex doesn't shed some more light for them. But maybe they didn't even tell the clones about like, well, this is actually how we grade ourselves.
Well, I mean, the only time we hear midichlorians really explained is from Qui-Gon to Anakin.
Yeah, it's an internal
in
Jedi
episode
business.
1. No one ever really talks about midichlorians again. Like,
And maybe only the Camino cloners know about it too.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
because like the next time we hear anything vaguely referring to well, just the M count thing is in Mandalorian season 1 when they're talking about you know Grogu. So it's like until that happens, we don't know. Like, there's nothing spoken about midichlorians throughout the entire saga. Even the sequel movies don't mention it. It's like it's only in episode 1. Only in the
so it's no surprise that they're kind of clueless about it.
But I don't
Rex mentioned that he had heard about it before, though.
Yeah, he might have.
He would help.
But here, I've heard of that. I mean, how many people do you know that say, "Oh, I've heard of that," when they haven't heard nothing? It's like, I'm not really sure what it is, but I've heard of it. I've heard dozens of people say that for dozens of things during my life. But yeah,
like the Patty Jenkins project. Heard of it, but I don't know
never
anything.
I'm just glad about it. I'm just glad that old DC franchise is done. Yeah, sorry. Total derailment again there. So when they're getting the info from Fennec about the Empire has bounties out for M count targets, there's Omega's like, we could ask Fennec, and it's like, you know, Crosshair doesn't know who she is, but the rest of the crew do.
Yeah, he was kind of clueless this whole episode. You've been to Kashyyyk? You know Fennec? Like, she's like, yeah, I grew up while you were gone. And like, he kind of pauses for a minute. That was good. See, good writing in this episode.
Yeah.
Good writing. Like the writer actually went back and like looked at the previous seasons. So
yeah,
it's not that many. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a thing in TV when they just like disregard anything that happens in episodes.
It's the kind of thing that the story group should be policing. You know,
actually doing their job.
And then next week he's gonna be like, you met a Wookiee?
Yeah,
when we've already established.
Yeah,
she's been to Kashyyyk.
Well, no.
Yeah,
she tells him. She tells him she met a Wookiee.
Yeah. I know. That's
but like he'll forget again in the next episode. Maybe his trauma is worse than we thought. You know,
maybe.
But the fact that they're addressing his illness is good because he can't shoot. Right.
No.
Like she's like, oh, that was pretty close. He's like, no, like I could shoot a flea off a dog's back at 300 yards or something, you know?
Yeah, no, it's either a hit or a miss. There's no close. I think that's what he actually says. But
yeah, he's not helping her feel better.
No.
Or him feel better.
But so Fee offers to track Fennec down so they can get you know, some underworld info. Because Fennec is, I mean, not Fennec, Fee. Too many F's there. Is
Fee's the quest giver.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
she's the new Trandoshan.
Oh, that reminds me. When are they gonna get revenge on Sid? When she's gonna get her
I,
comeuppance?
I don't think that's a thing.
No?
I don't think they have to.
I think Sid's done. Sid's gone. We're never going to see Sid again.
It just seems like a story dead end there. Like they gotta drop a dime on her of the Empire or something.
Why bother? She's already living
that's
under the yoke of the Empire.
Yeah, that's not their character is not to get revenge. They're like the batch is about helping people, not getting revenge. Like,
Revenge
oh,
is
you
good.
you did us wrong, so we're out. Laters.
They're dabbling
Yeah.
in the
They
bounty
broke up.
hunting and everything. I want to see. the
Yeah,
dark
but
side.
it definitely seems like they're for the benefit of the clones.
Yeah.
It's like they're brothers. The preferential treatment.
No, I mean you're right. Obviously, I want to see her get hers.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to see if they actually said the name of this place. So they get the info from Fee
Mhm.
to go meet Fennec. Or at
Yeah, it
least
looks
where
like a cool
Fennec-
star
or at least where
base.
Fennec is. Yeah, and it's this cool star base. I don't know. It's like I mean, that's straight out of an old UFO magazine or an old,
Yeah,
future. I don't know.
it sort of
Mhm.
reminds me of the Rogue
It's-
One, that first base where we meet Cassian, but less spiky. Like that one had like cities facing each
Yeah,
other.
but that
in opposite
wasn't
directions.
a giant wheel though.
Maybe. Yeah, I just thinking circular shapes, I guess.
Yeah.
I would love this as a poster. This is a cool shot of just a sci-fi place.
Yeah.
If
Totally.
they weren't like two equal ones, I would mention another series of sci-fi. Because kind of looks
Another
like the
franchise.
Yeah, the other one, Starbase, the Starduck. The actual, like, remember, it's a disc and then a smaller disc and then like a little bubble.
Okay.
But yeah, cool art design. Very
Yeah.
cool. Whenever you have a shuttle going in, and then of course there's a bar where somebody's getting kicked out as soon as they're arriving.
Yeah,
that's always good.
it is.
I try to certain things stick in my mind, and the fact that there's so many things that stick in my mind tells me that this is a good episode.
Yeah. Funk. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's the only fight that we see. Like as soon as they go in, it's a rough place.
Oh yeah.
The bartender's even getting in some of the action, smacking somebody over the
head. I thought that was pretty funny. We got a pit droid wearing a leather hat as a bartender, which is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. How do you top,
Is that how do you top it, or is that too far?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't yeah. Push the wrong button there. Did you see that?
No.
But yeah,
the other mod.
So that, fights and little gunshots, everybody just kind of goes on, no big deal. Another day in the life of Star Wars bars. Oga's at Disneyland is not like that. I've been in there a couple times.
It'd be cool.
Nothing,
it's like a Hell's Angel
like
bar in Star Wars.
Yeah, well, that's almost kind of what they turned Tashi Station into during Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah,
when those
ruffians,
when those guys came in and roughed up Luke's friends.
Fixer and Cammy.
Yeah. But yeah, so we catch up with Fennec and she's making some deal with some Rodian, and they Hunter and Wrecker try to interrupt, and
the Rodian speaking basic.
Yeah, Rodian speaking basic, which is kind of weird. I think they should have.
Well, he's trying to.
Yeah, but they should have had him. They should have had him speaking like Greedo, like he should be speaking his native tongue, and Fennec talking, basic back to him. Just like,
understanding
yeah.
Rhodian.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the implants. She's even got a glowing thing on her chest. So
I think everybody understands Rhodian.
Yeah, don't you?
Just the way they understand basic.
Yeah, I can't speak it, but I understand it fine.
Yeah, exactly. the
yes, I bet you have.
But yeah, so it's kind of funny when so Wrecker and Hunter clearly don't have any idea how to negotiate for information from anybody.
Nope.
And Fennec just kind of schools them until she gets them to agree to cooperate with her.
It's almost like she didn't recognize him at first, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, get out of here." At first, she doesn't want them to sit down, and then when she realized what's going on, she's like, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
Your business.
She notices. I think she slowly realizes who they are. I mean, they do wear their helmets the entire time, and they are painted differently than they were the last time that she saw them.
Yes. Took her a moment to process, but I like how like just brute those guys are. They're like, well, we're not taking no for an answer.
She's probably sitting down. She's seen a lot of dudes in battle armor before. They probably a dime a dozen. I was like, oh, though you guys.
Yeah, she had to place their voices instead of their faces.
With the kid,
their accent. Accent.
How's Omega doing, by the way? Like in a kind of a jerky way, and she says that too.
Right.
Oh yeah. That kid's still alive. You
but
guys
you
get her killed.
They do hide the fact from her. Well, at least mostly that they still are in contact with her.
Yeah, like Wrecker was able to hold his tongue.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Well, it's important to him.
So they don't understand certain things, but they do understand the value of that information.
Right.
Even to her, like, I mean, information's information.
Yeah, right. I mean, we'll get into it later in the episode, but we don't even know what Fennec's up to, with that information.
Well, exactly.
Now that she knows, like, oh, the kid is still in play.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's probably why she makes that call later in the episode. But
yeah, we'll speculate who she's talking to later. I'm curious what you think.
Totally. So after they've agreed to go with her to help on a mission in order to get the info that they want, because she's strong arming them into it, basically. We cut back to Pabu, and nice little village scape there. I don't know if I'd like to live there, but it looks nice to visit.
It's a cool place.
We get
no trainee clones. Maybe they shipped them out with Rex.
We haven't seen those clones yet. That maybe they left with Echo. Maybe. Because Echo, I kind of skipped over this, but the actual show opens up. The first shot is Omega holding her communicator device.
Yeah,
and
Crosshair is like, you go ahead.
Oh, Crosshairs. Doesn't matter how long you stare at it, it's not going to make Echo contact you faster.
Right.
So
that makes sense because he's the one that's corralling all like the survivor clones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine that the clone, like, it's safer for them to be with.
They're not quite
the larger group.
They're not quite building a resistance network so much as building an underground.
Yeah, exactly. Like railroad to help them escape.
Plus they
provide resources to like start new lives too. I assume.
Well, and it's a lot easier to get youngsters into some new place. Their parents were killed. They need someone to look after them. Kind of integrate them into society, because people know what fully grown clones look like, but they might not realize what a young clone looks like. But so Omega,
they could have surgery. It exists to hide their appearance.
Totally.
If they want to get that hardcore.
But that's extra risk with, Why take extra risks? But we get
Agreed.
Crosshair getting his hand checked out finally by AZ1 or AZ, and she tells him that there's nothing medical science can do to fix his hand. It's either just going to be that way, or maybe the problem is in his head, and he
Neurological.
kind of gets offended at that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the way I took it.
Because I mean, for a clone, they either finish their mission or they die. There's no like PTSD clone therapy or whatever.
No,
It's a forward
clones
idea
are-
for them.
I mean, it's pretty well established that the Empire looks at clones as property. They're just weapons. They're just,
A weapon system.
cogs, and they're just they're,
They are the machine that pulls a trigger.
yeah.
The one thing that's hilarious to me is like, you mean it's in my head or whatever? Meanwhile, he's got this giant scar in his head. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's no
Right.
possible way there's any brain damage in there, huh? With your,
Well, no,
you got
and-
cooked by an ion engine, and you got blasted by explosives and all kinds of things constantly.
His chip also shorted the fuck out.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
chip inside your brain, it doesn't work. But no, it couldn't possibly be
Yeah.
neurological.
right. Yeah, I mean, even Omega seemed pretty shocked.
Yeah, she's looking older now. They upgraded her model.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're aging
Yeah.
her pretty quick. It seems like she's starting to look like
She looks
how.
She's like a preteen or like even like a young teenager,
Yeah.
like an early teenager.
So I just like this shot of Fennec in her cockpit. It just looks pretty badass.
hmm
So
This is where people complain that they made her look too Anglo.
in this
No.
shot,
I'm kidding.
Oh.
The people gotta just complain about
I
anything.
know. Did people complain about that?
Well, if you zoom in, you can actually see she's Asian, but from far away, she just looks like a white lady.
and
Don't get into it. Don't get into it because you're
Yeah.
white. You don't get canceled before you even get off the ground.
right. So then we
I
get
mean, you had
Fennec.
Jimbo picketing last week.
Yep.
He crossed the picket line this week, folks. It's great.
So they're going after this bug-looking dude who's got like lobster claws,
Mhm.
and he's
He's like a
clearly
praying
got-
mantis.
Yeah,
kind of. He looks dangerous, which I like. That's what I like
He
about
does.
these episodes. Like, oh man, they're gonna fight this like crazy.
I mean, look at
alien
the
guy.
look.
I like it.
Look at the look on Wrecker's face. He actually's like, gotta fight that. Like,
I like seeing Wrecker's face. By the way, not just in the helmet all the time.
I don't know. I like that helmet. It's got a skull on it.
It's a cool helmet, but I like seeing like these guys messed up faces.
Yeah,
They've
you
been
can tell
through
they've
some stuff.
you can tell they've been through some gnarly stuff.
What does it say? Odo
uh,
Eris?
The
The
guy's
Slayer?
name is Sylar Saris, the Slayer of Ordo Eris.
Say that 3 times fast.
No, not gonna do it.
Odo Eris.
Not gonna do it.
I see. That's one thing I liked about Mandalorian, even like getting the puck and the mission and like the danger, and
Yeah.
it's got
There's a
all that
little-
stuff.
Little closer look of his face there.
She looks more Asian there.
So
And younger.
Ordo Eris is a location from Fallen Order.
Oh,
Cool. How'd you know that?
Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were playing Fallen Order recently.
No.
Okay.
which Fallen Order? The first one or this? Wait, Fallen
First.
Order one.
First one. First one.
I'm trying to remember do you go there? What part? I
uh,
played it last year.
It's a space station. It's an asteroid.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. It's all kind of a blur after I played the second one.
Right. I have to replay those again. So this guy ripped off the Haxian Brood, which is one of the other one of the all those
Deep cut.
bounty hunters that are in the Star Wars Jedi games. The
Mhm.
Haxian Brood. They're the ones that kidnapped Cal Kestis, and you got to escape from the prison in the first game. And you fight those random bounty hunters are from that group, from the Haxian Brood.
Dang, I don't remember any of that.
So this is great that they're tying in more elements from Star Wars properties that aren't other films.
Another thing,
The
another
video games,
part,
giving more canonity to
Mhm. Give it some of that canon blanket.
yeah.
another thing, another idea that should be developed into a series or movie. The Fallen Order. He's just getting older, so I guess it'll work if the actor's a little older.
Right.
But
So we
they
got
shouldn't wait too long.
so this is the what did you say this episode was called?
Odo
Bad what?
Eris.
Bad territory.
Bad territory.
Oh,
So this definitely looks like they're entering some bad territory.
The
Mhm.
Bayou,
You know? Yeah.
the toxic
Yeah.
Bayou.
I was watching Star Wars Explained earlier today, and it's like we already got Star Wars Florida and Andor.
Mhm.
So this is Star Wars Bayou. This is Star Wars Louisiana. This is
But toxic. Now, do you think this planet is just not human habitable, or it's poisons? Like
I
it's
think
been
I think
exploited so
it
much.
is. Oh, you mean like initially what kind of planet it is?
Uh-huh.
I
Because
would imagine
it's cool to see planets that are not human centric or like humanoid centric, like
Yeah.
not made for you.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the thing in sci-fi is every planet has 1G gravity for some reason and perfect air and may have different color sky, and that's about it. So it's just something cool. Or another cool thing
Right.
about this episode.
Well, I think it's kind of weird that the air will kill humans on this planet, but it's okay to have your eyes and other skin.
Yeah, so maybe it just has high levels of some gas that's toxic.
It's just something that's in the air that you can't get in your lungs.
Mhm.
So I would imagine it's probably
It could
a combination of the natural ambiance and minor pollution. I don't know.
or it could just be like out of control greenhouse gas because you wouldn't
Yeah.
want too much CO2 or carbon monoxide because
Yeah,
pass
Yeah.
out.
it's
Probably like that.
permanent swamp gas everywhere. Yeah,
Or it could be worse. It could even be like something that just has like too much nitrogen and not enough oxygen, and then you just kind of go to sleep.
yeah,
like-
and then not wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah, nitrogen
at least
poisoning.
at least carbon dioxide, you freak out a bit first.
Right.
Good time.
So we get our first look at the very first version of a Star Wars swamp boat,
Mhm.
Mhm.
complete with
They
a
had the pit
turbine
droids there.
instead of a fan.
Got to mention those pit droids.
Oh, they're all over this episode. You can't get away from them.
Yeah, and I
This
like how
episode brought to you by Pit Droid.
they try to upsell her, and she's like, "No, I'm not paying that."
Oh yeah,
And
that was
Droid's
pretty
just like-
funny.
Droid's like, how about this price? That's better.
That's better.
Or she could just take the boat.
She
Mhm.
could, but that just calls attention. And when you're a
Yeah.
bounty hunter, the last thing you want is attention.
Yeah, and she might have to come back to this planet again, so she's trying to just play it.
Also, rather than being like a fan boat like in Florida, it's like one of the ones in Thailand or Vietnam with the long
Mhm.
boat with the engine
And the
on
motor in the
boat.
back. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You can tell
Engine-
it's kind of designed off those.
Mhm. Engine
Like
on a
that.
boom.
Mm-hmm. And Fennec's like talking about like you're the tracker and you're the demolitions expert. So
Right.
she read their files at some point.
She did.
Kind of,
Well, she had. I mean, her previous employer was Nala Se. So.
Yep.
you
and
know,
she that's true. That's the person she mentioned. I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Like who her previous employer was.
Because I mean, she lets them know, like, right, I didn't lose Omega. The bounty was called off. My employer's thought that she was safer with you.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. It's like, who was your employer? That didn't get, did that not get asked? I don't know, we'll get there.
I
But,
like that she makes
like-
a point that you guys are. We're going to work together. No, you're working for me.
yeah,
She's just a badass lady. That's
she is. She always has been, ever since Agents of Shield.
you just got to keep.
At least that's my only reference point. But whatever.
Just maintain that level of quality with her character. You know.
Right. So they pull up to this area that looks like there's some debris in the river that's trying to make boats go a certain way. And Hunter spots underwater mines, which are great. And yeah, basically they get ordered to disarm said mines.
Get to it.
And yeah.
And they're like, I thought you said not to go in the water. She's like, I don't go in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then we find out why she doesn't go in the water. Shortly,
Crocs.
Yep. Oh, right. Skip this part.
What, the crocodiles?
No, there was another cut back to Omega and Crosshair. Oh, maybe I didn't skip that. Yeah. So they're Crosshair's got, you know, he's just a little bit
A little twitchy.
Yep.
Whoops. And it looks like what's her name was laughing at him, the dog.
Right?
She was just being a dog, though.
It's the dog. It's just got a permanent smile.
Yeah. It's just happy to be here.
Yeah, it should be. Because I mean, it was in a Imperial research facility.
Yeah, I mean, they were gonna.
They're gonna kill it for having a scratch.
Yeah, a scratch.
A scratch
like
from a giant monster. Oh, you must be weak. Get rid of her.
Still, all it took was a little iodine, and it was fine.
Space iodine.
Yeah, a little back there.
The Empire doesn't use iodine.
Omega put something on it.
No, they just put you in the incinerator.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
it's
FTL, the medical airlocks. It's like, I'm not going to heal you. I'm just going to shoot you out the airlock.
Right.
Yeah, that is most of the defense in that game. Like,
it was just faster to clone a new crewman. It's a just sci-fi video game. Off topic.
Well,
it's space related at least,
right?
So they're de-arming the mines or defusing the mines.
Defusing the mines, and the Crocs start attacking. We get
crikey.
We get some Wrecker wrestling.
Yeah, I like this part, and the water looks good. I'm just seeing it again.
Yeah,
like their water simulation is getting crazy. It's like surreal now. Uncanny Valley almost. But it was satisfying to see Wrecker smash.
Wrecker wrecking.
Just punching in the face and chucking the Crocs off the boat, and like it was just done in a satisfying way. Whoever the battle choreographer was for this, there you go.
Yeah, good stuff.
Because sometimes he's afraid of heights, or he's being outsmarted. Like in this case, like just brute force wins the day. Brute force wins the day.
This section right here in the night with the spotlight reminded me of some like I almost feel like I should be hearing Creedence Clearwater be playing in the background.
Dueling banjos.
Yeah.
The only thing I would have done
in the jungle or something.
What they were doing is like for the audience sake, they were showing through their binoculars, like, and you can see like a little trail through this swamp. I like to see and they've done this in other episodes, is like heat signatures or something through their goggles, because they're seeing enhanced vision more than we're seeing. Like that'll show like little patterns in the water or something that gives them even more like that's the way to go. Like something disturbed the water there. Although they showed it, but I like seeing their clone equipment doing a little more
Right.
They're enhanced vision through their helmets.
It's
like
not.
Simmons.
It's not all them bare-eyed or through the helmet without any enhancement. Because like even in the first Star Wars movie, Luke's got the helmet. It's like I can't even see a thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course their armor is much better, but true
Sure.
that Hunter could track them down without any of that stuff. But
Right.
they have all the best toys because they've earned it. You know.
Right. Well, and also
They're not
he can't take
amateurs.
off. They can't take off their
Yes.
helmets.
Exactly. They have to use the equipment. Anyways,
You
that
know,
would be the
it's-
only change. I would have switched to thermal cam instead of just a zoom in with the binoculars. But whatever.
It's still here. Kind of zooms in a little bit.
Yeah, I would have liked to see. It's called false color, where
Okay.
the computer generates like these kind of wavy colors when it notices like pattern. You know, I'm just
Right.
nerding out.
But so this part of the episode, like, I mean, yeah, it's at night. They got to be, make it realistic-ish. Like, I had light on in my room when I was watching it. I could barely see it. I had
It
to
is a
turn the lights
dark
off
episode. I agree.
and crank the brightness up on the TV to see it. So they find the hideout for that bug dude, and Fennec goes, "Go ahead." He's like, I'm the lookout. You guys go get him.
Mhm.
Because why risk her own neck if she's got
Also, she's playing a game here too, so
she is.
So she's a smart lady. That's why it makes for a compelling character. People are always complaining about forcing like strong female characters, and this is a genuinely strong female character.
She's a strong female character without having to be a brute.
Yeah, and they don't. I mean, I don't get many complaints about her character other than she was wasted in Boba Fett or whatever. But again, people find anything to complain about.
I mean, if she was wasted in Boba Fett, it's not her fault. It's the writing.
Yep.
Yeah, but people don't distinguish.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley is Rey.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that. So they're trying to catch this guy alive. Big old stun blast.
The moment just before this, when he's hanging on the ceiling.
And he does that little chitter.
Yes, very Aliens. Again, another franchise, but I love it when Star Wars does the horror kind of thing. Because that, if that was like live action, that would be scary AF, dude. Like in a dark hallway with like some praying mantis with giant teeth, like right over your head. It's like hell yeah. They need to do more of this kind of scary stuff. Maybe bring up the exposure one stop or stop and a half so we can actually see the action. But I was watching on an HDR monitor too, and it still was dark.
Yeah,
very strange.
So
I get it; they were doing realistic lighting, but
this guy's got like Acklay hands, man.
What is that? What is that?
Acklay is the creature that one of the creatures that Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme fight in the Geonosian arena.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
Here's another good shot of that thing, as good as it can get. Turn up your brightness. I also wonder though if having it this dark helps the if it helps the animators, because everything could be kind of not.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
I don't know.
Hide it in the shadows. It's the dude.
Yeah, but they already have all the models and there's no reason to hide any of this stuff because they already have it. If the whole episode was like this, maybe
you don't have to have all that background stuff in high res if it's dark.
Yeah, but this is a Star Wars animated show. That makes no sense.
No,
it's almost so dark that it's like something's wrong. That's how dark this scene is.
Right.
It happened to Game of Thrones apparently in one episode.
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
but the Game of Thrones is like that was like that because they filmed stuff that took place at night in the daytime and vice versa. That's why that happened in Game of Thrones.
No, but apparently people complained like they thought their
People
TVs were broken.
complain.
It was so dark.
You just said it. Everybody complains about everything.
Yep.
But anyway, the bug dude escapes from Wrecker and Hunter momentarily by going down a hole and gets out to the boats, tries to escape on the boat, only to discover Fennec sabotage the boat, which is great.
She's on top of her shit.
Yep. So let's take a quick little look at that. Click. Ooh, boom. Aww. And then she's got the jump on him. And then yeah, so it says Fennec Shand, like it can speak English, even though or basic, even though it's yeah, because I don't know, it probably said, oh, her name's the same in every language, right? But they catch it. Oh, that was another good thing, like an insect would. Wrecker grabs him, and its defense mechanism is to spit a green goo into Wrecker's face.
That was great.
Which
It's great.
is just like
anytime Wrecker goes, "Argh!"
let's have a little
great.
look. Look at that. He has never been so glad he was wearing his helmet.
Yep.
Because I would imagine that's probably not only like blinding because of its viscosity, but it was probably also acidic.
It's probably corrosive and toxic.
Yeah, exactly. That'd probably have some kind of paralyzing agent in it. Just, I mean, he's like you guys said, he's a praying mantis. It's like that character Zorak from Space Ghost.
Yep.
You know, next week we're gonna get Brack, but yeah, it's it was pretty cool. It took like 6 stun blasts, or no, 4 stun blasts to actually get him to drop. Because not only does he have body armor on, he's a bug, so he's got an exoskeleton. So it's just
when
like,
you ever see where it takes like 10 shots to bring something down, that was cool.
I think I've seen it only on animals. But I'm not 100% sure. I can't quote it, but I feel like I've seen stampeding animals being tried, like, and people trying to stun them. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining it, but yeah, it's that is one ugly dude. I'm assuming it's a dude. But yeah, there's wasp just flew in here.
Oh, wonderful.
Do you have an EpiPen?
Show's over.
No, but there's a yeah, there's a wasp in here. It just flew right by my arm, and I looked up, and I was like, "Oh, that's a big ant. That's not an ant. That is." Yeah.
Maybe it's a bounty hunter sent from another galaxy.
It sees the bug dude on the TV, and it was like, "Hey, yo, what's up, my people?" All right, he's. I don't know.
As long as you don't get aggressive, they smell fear.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. It flew away. I'm good now. Sorry. But yeah. Oops. Let's see, what else have we got going on here? All right. Yeah, so we get back to Pabu, and we get. Oh, I meant to not have that on the screen. Sorry, got a little weirded up from the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all distracted by the freaking. Oh, now I don't know where it went. Okay. Back on Pabu, and we get Omega teaching Crosshair how to meditate, which is cool, and he seems very apprehensive about it. I mean, even the subtitles say, oh, there you are.
Thanks. I thought I
So
heard
yeah,
a bounty hunter outside.
yeah. So we're back on Pabu, and Omega's teaching Crosshair how to meditate.
I like this.
And
it kind of throw back to episode 8.
This is episode 8.
No, of the movies, like the Jedi training on that planet with just like the breathe, you know, with Ray. I just saw some parallels there. I thought that was cool.
I forgot about that.
With a little feather, you know. Oh, I think I feel something. Yeah. Daisy really didn't write the movies, everyone.
No,
she didn't write the movies. Neither did Mark Hamill.
No, but this is also when Crosshair asks Omega, "Where'd you learn how to do this?" And she's like, "From my friend Gunji, the Wookiee on Kashyyyk."
I love the name drop of previous characters. Got to keep that up.
Yeah, and he's like, "Wait, you've been to Kashyyyk?" So that was.
It also it tells the audience. It reminds the audience like he was gone for a while. Like he's basically Lazarus from the dead. You know.
But I also like the fact that she just says, "I picked it up from my friend Gunji and the other Wookiees." She doesn't say that Gunji is Jedi.
Jedi, yeah,
or a Force user or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not important in the conversation, I don't think. But you think that she's intentionally not mentioning? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I don't know if she's intentionally not.
You just noticed that she didn't mention it.
Right.
Right. That is interesting. Again, looking older. She's got the half shadow on their face. The lighting in this scene making her look older.
Yeah. She looks
she looked like a kid in that uniform at the training at the facility, and now she looks like teen.
She looks like a teenager. So that's pretty cool little.
It's too bad she's gonna die at the end of the series. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
And
oh no, spoiler.
Oh, did you see that wipe? That was cool. It was like
that's why I left it. They had a triangular one earlier. Which was cool.
They're doing all the Star Wars things.
Yeah, gotta do those wipes. So back on that space station, Wrecker and Hunter were like, "All right, you promised us information. Where is it?" And she's like, "I still got to get it. I didn't have it with me. I got to go get it."
I mean, to be fair, I mean, you guys, we just came from another planet, swamp planet. Like, did you see me make any pit stops?
No, but that doesn't mean she didn't.
They assumed that she like had it, like she knew something.
Like she already knows it.
Like, can you just open up your Rolodex and actually nobody in the audience even knows what a Rolodex is.
But she does open up a Rolodex once she gets back on the ship, takes off, and then she calls someone. And there's a lot of speculation on who she's calling. I know who I don't think it is. And there's one who I hope it is. Because we never get a voice response. She's only talking to somebody else. It's muffled. Like even the subtitles are described as muffled chattering.
Yeah, it sounded like almost like probe droid speak, like it's scrambled or something.
Right. So
and she's hearing the unscrambled voice. We're getting the scrambled voice, kind of like those Death Troopers.
Right. So she gives up the information on for this person to track the clones.
Yeah, or is she selling them out? Like what's going, or is she just trying to like get them together?
Right.
You know, that's the question.
So this pretty much this is where this episode ends. So who do you guys think she's talking to? Any any suggestions? Do you know what's been going around? Who the primary suspects are?
What's his name with the two tubes?
Two tubes? You
No,
mean the
she
guy that
hates
hangs,
him.
that
She
dude two
hates him.
tubes that hangs out with Saw Gerrera?
No, actually,
Yeah,
he's a
that
character
one.
called
Yeah, I
Two
don't know
Tubes.
about that.
It was two tubes. We worked together.
No, what's his name? He dies in Boba Fett, but she wouldn't be
Cat.
talking to him. She doesn't like Cad Bane. She doesn't
Does
like
he
him.
die? Yeah,
No.
no. So yeah, that's
He's
one of the
severely
things I've been
wounded.
hearing was Cad Bane, and I'm like, no, she stole Omega from
Yeah.
Cad Bane in
Yeah,
season 1 and dumped his credits. Like he's not.
No,
He's-
they are not
he-
friends right
no.
now, probably.
No, but
Then
there is
again-
somebody.
then
who's
again,
been-
he's just business.
yeah, but I don't know.
Boba.
I don't. Yeah. I'm thinking
Boba.
it's
does she know him
Boba,
yet?
But we'll see that's been a
Does
lot
she
of the
know him?
discussion that I've heard.
Maybe
They don't say that they know that they have never met. And Alex over on Star Wars Explained pointed out that there's a lot of clones and people know what clones look like. So when Boba saved her in Book of Boba Fett or the end of Mandalorian, how do you want to look, or that episode of Mandalorian, like she could look at him and just all clones look the same. Who the heck are you? Boba Fett is dead, and then he's like, no, it's me. So that kind of, if you look at it like that, then it makes sense. But I think she's contacting Asajj Ventress.
why.
Because-
I mean, we saw her in the trailer, but why would she?
She's
be
in the
contacting her?
trailer.
Well, Asajj Ventress was also teamed up with Boba Fett for a while.
Okay.
And she was doing, like, when Dooku kicked her to the curb, she kind of was doing bounty hunter work too. So
But why
just
would she
based
care
on
about these clones? Just because she's involved with the M count
Well,
stuff?
because she has a midichlorian count, exactly. And
Okay.
other Jedi, other Force users are being hunted because of it. So it would make sense that she would want to know as much as she can about, M count. And Fennec doesn't send her after her because they have Omega. She's just like, there's clones asking about M count, so
I mean, I'm
and they're not Hemlock's usual goons.
I'm not going to discount it again. We saw her in the
And-
trailer, so we know she's coming up. Will you be disappointed if there's no
If it's-
Boba in this show? In this
I
series?
think I'll be
think
a
I
little
will
bit
be.
I'll be a little bit disappointed if we don't get any Boba, but I think the chances are pretty high since Daniel Logan's already been in the recording studio to do those other two clone cadet guys' voices. Why wouldn't they have him do, more than two characters from one episode if they were bringing him in? So
Does Daniel Logan have the accent?
Well, I mean, Daniel Logan played Boba Fett in the Clone Wars animated series, so it's only proper to keep that voice continuity. He is the voice of the younger clone, and Boba would be Omega's age at this point.
How old is Daniel Logan now? Though he's in his 30s, right, or 20s?
Yeah, but he
They pitch him down. Or pitch him up.
he could pitch his voice to sound young.
Okay.
He doesn't sound like an old man. I've heard him talk. He was at Celebration. I don't know if he was at the last one, but he was definitely at the Celebration before that.
I feel like it'd be so cool for Boba to show up in some fashion or form, but I mean, maybe they're not trying to go that way. But at some point, like Omega, like he needs to at least hear about Omega. Like I have like a female clone or a sister or whatever.
Mhm.
Right.
Be cool if he discovers this or knows about her or something.
When if the next animated series we get is called Alpha and Omega. It's just Boba and Omega cruising around town.
Maybe.
Kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's who I'm thinking. We're gonna get is Asajj Ventress, because the only other bounty hunter, I don't. Also, that's the other thing is I don't think she'd be contacting Boba directly. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
at this point in the timeline, because he's
She knows
still
who he is.
viewed
Obviously.
as a kid. She
Mhm.
would uh you know contact someone who is of similar, like a peer
On
to
her
her,
on her
not
level.
a child, not a teenager. She'd
Totally.
talk to the other grown up, you know.
Hmm.
But in that crew, though, I think Dengar might run with that crew and Bosk. So
I like Dengar, the sloppy bounty hunter with bandages flying off him.
Right.
Now, the other speculation is like Ventress, friend or foe? Is she going to be helping these guys, or is she going to trying to mess up their day?
I think if it is Ventress that she called and is saying clones are asking about M count, I think she is going to confront them in an aggressive way, and they'll fight a little bit until they realize they're on the same side.
Okay.
Like a little bit of a fight, then a team up.
So you don't see Ventress stealing Omega and taking her back to Tantus.
Not back to Tantus, no. Stealing Omega, maybe. Back
Mhm.
to Tantus, no.
Because I think we were discussing this on a previous
she could
episode.
steal
Like
she
Omega's
could-
going back to Tantus at some point, right? That's going to happen.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
Omega will go back to Tantus, but it's going to be with an army of clones.
Can't wait. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
The next episode is just a single one-off again.
I believe so. Sorry, I'm like looking around looking for that wasp. Yeah. Yeah, it's back to another episode. I don't think we get another double episode until the finale.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. I'm cool with that because I like to ration it out. I'm not in a rush to finish the series because I'm bummed that it's going to be over.
No, it's feel good. It's feel good Star Wars.
Mhm.
So
It's going to leave a gap. I hope Acolyte can bring the goods and keep
yeah, so
this going.
I think this show ends May 2nd is the finale. Wait, no, May 2nd is when I'm going to Disneyland. April 31st is the finale.
Okay.
So, right, that's Tuesday. Is that a real day?
No, I'm just looking at the calendar.
Right,
No,
that's what I-
May 1st. It's April 30th, Tuesday, then Wednesday, May
April.
1st.
Okay, so it's April 30th. My bad. Forgot how many days April had in it for some reason. So yeah, April 30th is the finale. And that's the double episode day. And then we have to wait a month and a couple days till the
Mhm.
next series. So that's not bad. We might get another full, because was that trailer for the Acolyte a teaser trailer, or did it have some story plot?
Nope.
There's no, so it's just visual. There's no,
Mhm.
yeah.
There's no narrative.
Yeah.
So well, at least it's not one of those ones that gives away the entire plot of something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have it kind of just sitting here. But like
Mhm.
I'm looking at like the opening thing. It's a minute 45 seconds. And there's like a little kid and some weird looking, I don't even know what that is. Like, what is that? What the hell is that thing? Do you guys know? Like,
What's
like,
that?
let me. So I have. What is that thing? Oh, why is it not showing it?
Oh,
But
it's one of like
I
Yoda
clicked.
species.
I clicked
It's
the
only
wrong
a
thing. Hold on,
quick
hold
shot
on.
in the. It's only a quick shot of the trailer. You'll see it if when you eventually watch it, or when you watch the show.
This creature here. What is this creature?
I don't know. I'm into it.
Just an alien.
Mhm.
Just an alien?
I did see a video lately, and this is starting to get off
Should I just
topic.
watch this right now?
I
It's
mean,
a minute. It's a minute
I will
45.
probably. Yeah, you can go. I'm probably going to have to bounce shortly.
All right. Well,
I mean, if you're going to be pausing it in between, are you going to
no,
watch
I'm
it
not.
straight through?
I'm just gonna watch it straight through.
I could probably hang
Yeah.
out for that time that it takes to play the trailer,
let's
and then you
let's
can
give it a go.
you and Jimbo can take it from there.
Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them. Tell me what comes into your mind.
Life. Balance. I see fire.
Trinity.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
Wookiee.
I sensed darkness. This isn't about good or bad.
Very Matrixy.
This is about power. And who is allowed to use it?
What is that?
I don't know.
The combat is very like the wire work and stuff looks very legit. Like they're straight up using, like the Matrix choreographer or something. I mean, it has Kate Moss or what that's her name.
Yeah, I agree, Kate.
I didn't see Wang Chi in there.
Mhm.
Like if it was a Jack Burton character, maybe.
Right? Pork Chop Express.
Mhm.
But yeah, very. I when I mentioned to you when I first saw the trailer, like there's like very kung fu school. There's like tones of the Matrix in there, and like it's such a short teaser.
It's just Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah, but the fighting, like the stopping, that's like Neo blocking the bullets.
Well,
and, like that kind of stuff.
Well, it's just force
wasn't
push.
there
I
too.
mean, we saw
And then-
Ezra doing that.
They were like studying on their knees. There's a lot of like dojos in the Matrix too. Like there's like echoes of that. And somebody pointed out, that was coming out when Phantom Menace was coming out. So it's like come full circle or something.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I'm hopefully optimistic. Is that how they say it?
Some of the characters, like I already closed the window. I'm not going to go and pick through it. But
yeah, just
like,
first impressions.
Some of the costumes looked a little cheesy.
I mean,
like,
I just saw
some of the alien, like I saw an alien that had like a big green head, and it didn't look right.
Yeah, you can argue that the aliens. There was a video somebody put on YouTube that I watched the other day, comparing the aliens from the original trilogy and the prequels to the ones from the sequel trilogy era, and they're kind of same-ish. Like the variety. You got Hammerhead and Snaggletooth and like all these weird, bizarre aliens in the original, and like the ones that are in the sequel trilogy are just kind of like mush face, kind of blobs of clay. And they
Right.
put them all together on the screen. You're like, oh yeah, like it's like they're not trying as hard with the aliens anymore. Maybe they're too hard to produce or use, and I don't know. Maybe they're easier for CGI. I don't know. I'm not like throwing shade at the whole series, but the variety seems to have lessened as far as
Yeah.
you know. You got Trandoshans, you got the snail guys, and the you know, or the little, I forget what his name, that hangs out with Jabba and hangs from the ceiling, and that's a Muppet though. So
Salacious.
Salacious Crumb, B Crumb. Don't forget
Yeah.
the B.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, still, regardless, I it looks cool. I like to see a longer trailer to get more of a feel for it. But I didn't
Yeah.
immediately hate it.
If they have a trailer that actually has some kind of a like what's it about more than what it is, that would be nice. But
Yeah, I mean, I know the general setting is like the decline of the Jedi Order, like when they're coming from their heights, High Republic, and they're just starting to get cocky
right.
and too full of themselves, and like this is the beginning of it. Like by the time we get to Phantom Menace, they don't even know that they're already in the crosshairs of the Sith.
Right.
Their time, they didn't even know their time was over when it was happening. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, I gotta bounce.
All right, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I mean we've been going for almost an hour 20. So I did something to my screen and I'm having a hard time adjusting it to get to my control panel buttons. So oh man.
Like and subscribe, folks.
Yeah, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
Send lots of money.
Yeah, I don't have a way for people to send me money yet, unfortunately.
Just shove it into your keyboard. We'll get it.
Right.
Throw your credit cards. Stick them
Yeah.
into your fan slots on your PC case, or I guess they're using phones or something to watch this. So just rub it on your phone.
Take a picture of it on your phone.
Take a picture and make sure the name and expiration date and all the numbers are clearly visible for us to use to help the show.
Yeah.
We'll all be show related. Any spending.
Yeah, that will be cool. I have done something that I cannot
control.
I can't get to.
It probably switched to your second screen. So unplug your HDMI. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
That shouldn't even be possible. Because he's the host.
Yes, that is a good point.
Know any jokes?
No.
Song and dance? No, limerick?
A family goes into a talent agent's office.
Oh, that joke. That joke might get us permabanned.
Yeah.
I like where your head is, though. Yeah, how about them Dodgers?
Yeah, how about that? Huh?
Has the season started yet?
Yes, they played a game in Korea today. Well, yes,
wow.
this morning.
North Korea.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
What?
I just wanted to say that when you
bring your baseball to North Korea.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I got my buttons back, so now I can properly end the stream. Thanks for being here, guys.
Like and
everybody
subscribe
at home,
for more limericks and jokes.
Wait, you were doing limericks while I was gone?
Oh yeah. I told the aristocrats basically the entire thing.
The very short version.
The aristocrats.
Right. The aristocrats.
Classy.
Yeah.
Stay classy, San Diego.
What?